Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY I hope that you are having a wonderful day wherever you are and whenever you might be watching this. On this video tutorial, I am going to show you guys how to make some cute banners using Dropcloth, painter's Dropcloth. And if you've been watching DIY for any time at all, you probably know how much I love painter's Dropcloth. I make all kinds of things out of it, from table runners to pillows to placemats to banners to flowers, all kinds of fun things. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, the projects I'm going to show you today are made with stencils and ink, from Magnolia Design Company. And I just want to pin a comment so I don't have to answer and have you guys not be able to reach. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're all good. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all about this. I have another one to show you, and then we're actually going to do one. And the fun thing about this one is that it has a paint stir stick as the stabilizer at the top. The one we're going to make today has one of these jumbo craft sticks from the Dollar Tree as the stabilizer at the top. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to look down here at the bottom. I think I did it right. I don't know. Could somebody tell me if they can see it at the bottom of the page? Anyways, so I have lots to show you. And let's start out with me showing you a few of the projects that I've done in the past. I'll tell you a little bit about them. I'll show you what kind of painter's Dropcloth I like the best and tell you where I got it. We'll talk about this one, and then we'll do the one together. So stay with me. Okay, so this I made quite a while ago. If the comments are in your way, feel free to just swipe them to the side. And it's all the fruit of the Spirit from that Galatians 5:22-23. And this is just a piece of painter's Dropcloth that I fringed all four sides. And then this was a piece of, right here, it was a piece of artistic molding that was in a bag like this, and there was probably 25 pieces. It was, how much was this? $6.99 at Hobby Lobby. I've had it for quite a while. You can paint them like this one, or you can stain them. Or you can just leave them natural. Anyway, so that is what I used for the top of this one. And I will get a picture of this package in case you want to look. It's in the wood section at Hobby Lobby. And then I used white ink with that stencil, and I just hot glued a little bit of burlap, or not burlap, sorry, jute on the back. And this was super easy. Hey, and I wanted to tell you guys that the reason why I'm coming kind of late for me was because we have squirrels. We have squirrels that have made a nest on a gutter outside that's by our bedroom, so I can hear them in the morning scratching. And so we had a squirrel guy over trying to make sure that they hadn't gotten into our attic, and trying to trap them humanely and take them somewhere else to live. But apparently it's a mom and 3 little babies. So anyway, so I had to wait till he came and left before I could come live. All right, so that's one. Other things I've made with Dropcloth are, I made this pillow where we tied all the ends of it to close it and stenciled it with a Magnolia mandala lace stencil and blue ink. And then we did a Dropcloth rosette, a rolled rosette that we put in the center, so you can make pillows. And then this is like one of my favorite projects of all time. I just went out in my kitchen to get it off the table. This is a long runner. I mean, it's long. It goes all the way the length of my farmhouse table. And then it has a ruffle at the bottom. And then we did rolled rosettes along the ruffle. And I added a little blue in them with some blue bandana material to go with the theme that I had in my house for summer. If you haven't seen this video tutorial, I'm gonna grab a link to it from my YouTube channel and I'll put it in the comments. You gotta watch this one because this was crazy easy and it's probably one of the most popular things that we've ever done here at DIY Dreaming. Okay. Okay, so the brand I like is Everbilt. It's from Home Depot. They have it in different sizes. This one that I got just happened to be 2 pieces that were 4 feet by 15 feet. The weight of the drop cloth is 8 ounces. So it's called Everbilt from Home Depot and it was not expensive at all. When you take it out of the package though, it's gonna be crunchy and hard and that isn't gonna be nice to work with. So in all these videos that I've done on using painter's drop cloth, I always tell you that what I recommend is that you put the drop cloth in your washing machine with some towels. You put your washing machine on hot and, you know, a vigorous cycle. You wash it, you dry it in your dryer. You can throw in some dryer sheets or fabric softener, whatever you want. Dry it, then wash it again with towels on hot, then dry it again. And how it will come out is something like this. This is what I've been taking apart bit by bit to make different projects. This is one of those things. And it's soft and it's a little wrinkled because I had it all wound up in a big ball. But this stuff is great to work with because it's so easy to cut. And I'm going to show you how I do it. And then we'll get on to the project. I just always want to share a bunch of tips. Okay, so how I cut this is I think it's called the bias. I'm not for sure. And I make a little snip at the top and then you just rip. And it will rip straight and it will get you started on some fringe. Super easy. So then I would measure the other side to whatever size I want and do the same thing. And then I would do my best to cut as straight as possible across the other way to whatever size I wanted. All right. So, I mean, this stuff is great. There's so many things that you can do with it. I totally recommend it. All right. So to make this project right here, I did exactly what I told you. I tore this piece the width I wanted. Then I ironed it really good with an iron and I sprayed some water on it so it would look nice because it was pretty wrinkled. And then I pulled a few more strings out on either side and on the bottom to get the fringe. Then all I did, and I'll show you on this other one that we're going to do in a minute, is I just hot glued a paint stir stick on it and rolled it over one roll and then glued it there. And with this ribbon, you guys, I was afraid that if I just glued anywhere that you'd be able to see it because this ribbon is kind of sheer. It's from that decorators company that I am an affiliate for. It's really nice ribbon. And if you want the link, let me know, ribbon link in the comments and I'll get that to you. Anyway, so what I did is I just followed this little rickrack shape with my hot glue and that's where I put it. And then I chose how I was going to hang it and I hot glued this ribbon onto the piece and then I folded the ends over the top. The back of my stuff never looks great, but I don't care. Anyway, so I think this will be super cute hanging just about anywhere. You could use one of those command hook hangers because it's so super light. And I really felt like it wasn't quite done. So I took some pieces of that same ribbon and a piece of the drop cloth and I just made these little bends. 1, 2, 3, 6 of them. and I just hot glued them onto my little piece of painter's drop cloth, and then I just took a piece to cover where all the ends were. And what I would probably do is put it right here. What do you guys think? Is that so cute or what? In fact, let's do that right now. Let's go ahead. I am using my, and I'll fluff all this up so it's pretty. This ribbon is wired, which is really nice to work with. But for now, I'm just gonna glue it on. And I want it to be sort of at an angle. Today, I'm using my really yucky looking, but I love it, low temperature hot glue gun. I need some glue sticks. And I'm just gonna put a blob right here. And then I'm gonna stick my ribbon into it. And I'll fiddle with it later to get it exactly how I want it. So this is one of the Magnolia stencils, and I did a sign that I need to take pictures of. It's on my mantle right now, actually. It says, be kind, have faith, speak truth, show grace, stay humble, be honest, and love others. And those are all the important things as Christ followers that we should be doing as well. And if you do this, if you love others, then everything else will naturally flow from it. So, isn't that cute? This is the stencil. Let me show it to you. It's a nice big stencil. It's one of the Magnolia ones, so they're super sticky. And if you're gonna be stenciling on wood or glass or paper, you need to fuzz it before you do it. But because I was doing it on painter's drop cloth, which is fabric, there was no need to fuzz. And where did my ink go? I'm gonna need it. Well, let me look. I used my Magnolia ink in black. And I just wanna give you guys one heads up. The ink in dark colors, it does stain your stencils. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It doesn't hurt them. They're still completely usable, but just like that Mandala lace stencil that I showed you the other day, the more you use ink on a stencil, the uglier it gets. But that doesn't matter. It's perfectly fine. So this is starting to get a little bit of stains from the ink. And this is the black ink that I used, which is awesome. I love this stuff. So I probably will not be washing this, but just to be safe, I will, tomorrow morning, I'll take it to my iron and put my iron on cotton, and I'll put a thin tea towel in between this and my iron, and I'll just go over it for 3 or 4 minutes to heat set it. That's all you have to do to heat set the Magnolia ink on fabric. Okay, so let's do, and in case you're just jumping on, we're making all kinds of fun things out of painter's drop cloth, and I showed you guys some examples at the beginning of this, so you may want to go back and watch this from the beginning. This is the brand of drop cloth that I like the best. It's from Home Depot. I'll take a picture of it and put it in the comments so you guys can come back to that if you want and look for it. Oh, and I got some happy mail, I think it was yesterday, from one of the followers, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I was really excited. It was such a sweet thing. It came from my friend Donna Z, and she knew that I love this lace from Walmart, which apparently has been discontinued, and she found a bunch of them on sale, and she mailed me one. Isn't that sweet? And she did it in a sweet little box with a cute little card. I was so touched by that. So thank you, Donna. I hope you're watching, and I hope you know how much that meant to me. I love that lace, and well, let's see, I think I have about this much left. Okay, so before I came live, I tore the sides of this piece right here, and I ironed it. Then I folded it in half, and I wanted this one to have sort of that little ribbon look at the end of it where it has an angled bottom. So I just used my scissors to cut that. And I got my popsicle stick out. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna figure out what is gonna be straight. And can you guys see? If the comments are in your way, you can swipe them to the side. And I'm going to, I just am laying it kind of in the center. I'll pick it up in just a second and show you what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna fold this over. This is what I'm talking about. This is my popsicle stick. All right, and then, what's going on right here? This needs to come down some. Oops. So when the squirrel guy was up on his ladder looking at the nest on our gutters, the three little babies, it's only the first floor, but the three little babies jumped out of the nest into the bushes and now they're gone. So we're hoping they'll come back and we can trap them humanely and take them somewhere else to live. So this is what I have, and I'm just gonna fold it over one, and I'm gonna put some glue like in about the middle, and then we'll put some ribbon to cover that on the front. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the back, and this is what it looks like on the front, and you can sort of see where that strip of glue is. So we have lots of different options, but I debated between this one, and I think I've decided to use this one. This is this cute ribbon. I think this is the end of what I have here, but you can find this all the time at Hobby Lobby for 40 or 50% off. And it just has little pom-poms on either side. Isn't that cute? So I'm gonna leave a tail on either side. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. I'm leaving a tail on either side so that I'll be able to fold it over. I'll come down a little bit further. Okay. So I'll be able to fold it over the area where we're going to be gluing the hanger on it. So I'm just gonna put some glue on the front. Not super thick. That might have been too thick. I don't know. I'm pressing my ribbon into it. And this is what we have. Can you believe how cute these are? And I mean, seriously, the fabric for this banner was, when I take into consideration how much I paid for it, it was probably under 20 cents. Seriously, it's super affordable and it's really nice and it's super easy to fringe. I love this stuff. Okay, so now we need to decide what we're hanging it with. And I think I was toying with this idea of this baker's twine in black and white. So I think that's what I'll do. And I could get super creative and braid it or something before I attached it, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. So I'm going to just do a little band of glue right here on towards the end of my craft stick, my jumbo craft stick. You see that? And then I'll do the other side. And the scale, for the scale to be right, this needs to not be super duper long. Cut this off. Hey, did you guys see the live from Christ and Crafting yesterday? Oh my gosh. We made these beautiful cross canvases, which I think I put them away and I took all of them out of here except one I'll show you. And then these were those Dollar Tree crosses that we painted and gilded. And are those not beautiful? If you didn't see it yesterday, go to my videos and take a peek at yesterday's Christ and Crafting. Guess what this is? It's hot glue underneath the gold leaf. Is that crazy or what? Okay, so this is what I have. And I'm just gonna fold these over. I'm gonna cut them a little bit shorter and neater. Although it really doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna see that. And I'm putting my glue on the popsicle stick. Oops. And over the piece that the baker's twine that we are using as our hanger. Okay, and that is what we get. Isn't that cute already? Let's see, I'm not seeing any comments. I can see that there's a lot of people on. Oh gosh. Whoops. You know, as soon as I'm done, I will hop off, and I always read every single comment. And you know, I try to to acknowledge every single person's comment, but sometimes it's hard with Facebook because they keep reordering the comments, and if there's like 600 comments, I don't know, it's a little hard. But I appreciate you guys commenting, asking questions, saying that you like things, and I do my absolute best to see all of that because it's so important to me and I so appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to be doing this stencil, which is also from Magnolia DIY, and there's a link at the bottom. I love this one. This was the stencil that I used when I was in Boise last month, and when I had that epic fail. Do you guys remember that? It's also the stencil that I have on this piece, which I love. Isn't that cute? This is a Magnolia surface. And they have it in a light blue also. It's really cool. And it's multi-directional, so you could do it horizontal or vertical. Anyways. So this is what we're going to be using. And we're going to use that black ink again. And I got out some, let's see, I'm looking for a spreader. I got out, sorry, I'm distracted. I got out some of my burlap rosettes, and these are too big. But probably, I think after I'm done, I'm gonna make one for somewhere on this piece. And I may try to put a little black in it. Like, have you guys ever used this tulle stuff? I might try to do a rolled rosette with this tulle and some drop cloth. If it turns out good, then I'll do that as a live, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this off. I always label the back of my stencils, and I recommend that you do that too, because it's important which side you put it back on. And you don't need to fuzz your green stencils before you're gonna use them on fabric. But if you're using them on wood or paper or something like that, Magnolia has a great fuzzing cloth for like, I don't know, $8. And the inside of it can be used to dry your stencils. So I think it's a good thing to have. And I'm just eyeballing this. And if you've never worked with these adhesive stencils, they are awesome. They don't shift around. You can get a good adhesion. So you can end up, you know, with a pretty crisp image. The one thing I want to tell you guys though, and I say this every time I go live, is that you have to resist the urge, turn this off, to keep going over your area with more and more ink, and to put too much ink on it to start out. Because you can take a little peek when you're all finished and see how it looks. And if you have too much ink or you keep going over it, the fabric, this painter's drop cloth, will suck in the ink or whatever you're using and spread it out, and your lines will be pretty fuzzy. Okay, so I'm just using some of these, I don't know what these are called, Sturz paint. They're in the accessories. You can get a bunch of them for a few dollars. And I use these to stir my chalk and to stir my ink. Okay, and so I mixed it up, got what was on the edges off, and I'm just gonna take like a medium blob. I want to move this closer so that you guys can see. I'm just looking to see where are my hands. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just try to do one pass over the stencil with my ink. I'll probably need a little bit more, but I'm not going to keep doing the same area over and over. And I'm looking as I'm going along to see, did it go into all the holes? I need to order some more black ink because I've been using it so much lately that I am almost out. So this is what I have. You do want to work kind of quickly. If it was any other kind of fabric, like a tea towel, I would have some paper towels underneath this, because on thinner fabrics, it would go through the fabric from one side to the other, but this is pretty thick drop cloth. So unless I'm completely wrong, I think it'll be fine. So I have another blob. That's way too much. I'm just going to finish this up. And I'm just looking real good to see if I have everything covered. And then I'm just gonna look and see, do I have any big blobs on here that I need to take off? And I really don't. So here we go. I'm hoping it turns out good. It's so embarrassing when I mess up. We're taking a little peek to see. It looks good so far. I don't see any things that I've missed. And it's pretty, okay, there's a teeny little spot in that bee, but I'm not gonna go back and fix it because I risk messing it up if I do that. Oh, I love this stencil. And the E's a little teeny bit messed up too, but I can always come back with a paintbrush or a toothpick and some ink and go over the areas. See, on the R, possible, with God all things are possible, the bottom of that E was a little not, I must not had enough ink right there. And then in possible, one of the B's has just that teeny little spot. But I want to encourage you guys not to require perfection of your crafts, because really the first and foremost thing, in my opinion, is that you enjoy it, that it's a release, it's an escape from whatever pressures you have in your life, and we all have pressures. And so when you're stressing about having everything be perfect, then you don't enjoy it. And it doesn't do what it should be doing for you, which is make you feel happy and good. So, turned out pretty cute, don't you think? And it was super duper easy. And this was probably 10 cents worth of painter's drop cloth, and 10 cents worth of ink, and 10 cents worth of ribbon, and that popsicle, that large craft stick was probably 10 cents. So, I mean, super affordable. And this could be like just a fun little thing to give a friend. And you know what? Magnolia has a stencil that has all these great words about teachers. I need to take a picture of it and put it in these comments with a link to it. And it would be so kind to make something like this. It'll have to be wider because it's one of those subway tiles that has all the words and it goes this way. To make something like that for the teacher to hang on her door or in her classroom, just to know that you appreciate her whether you're back to live school or not. Because they're still working, you know. Anyways, that is pretty much all I wanted to show you today. I want to encourage you, if you've never worked with drop cloth before, go back to the beginning so you can see all the amazing things. You can just go to videos and click on this and do a replay. See all the amazing different things that you can make, including I showed that that table runner that we did that was gathered and had the rosettes on the gather. Oh, it was so cute. So I encourage you to, one, go to Home Depot and purchase a drop cloth. Medium duty Everbilt is the best in my opinion. Look to see that it's 8 ounces or something like that. Where is that? Doesn't matter what the size is. The bigger you have, the more expensive it'll be. So you can get a little one to start out with. Then wash it on hot with towels twice and dry it on hot with dryer sheets or fabric softener, whatever you like, twice. And then you can just start crafting. Crafting for almost nothing. So if you want to look at that teacher stencil, or this one with God, All Things Are Possible, or this one, Life Rules, or this one, my favorite, Mandela Lace, I did pin a link at the bottom of the page, and it says https://DIYDreaming.magnoliadesignco.com. So just click there. Do look in all the different sizes of stencils that they have. They also have a category for new stencils and a category for seasonal stencils. So check all that out. And let me know if you want, the ribbon, any of this decorator's ribbon. If you want a link for that, just put ribbon link or something like that. Alrighty, have a great rest of your day. I have lots more good stuff coming up, so I'll see you tomorrow. Look for these pictures and for all the details